Action. Go live. Okay, we're live on YouTube as well. Fantastic. Okay, let's see who's here today. Right, things we were looking at this morning. Hi, Callum. How you doing, buddy? Um, we were looking for buys above 24,100 on the DAX. Now, as you can see, the market smashed through that level and it gone right up to our predefined area of where we want to be like taking profits. If I just scroll back, it's the top horizontal. Now, we would have been banking cash along the way, so we wouldn't have just held it and just gone for the one big target. Now, let's get rid of this. Uh, it means we do have some more areas to look for opportunities. Obviously, our bias remains to the upside at the minute, but what we can see is that we've now failed to break this previous structure high, and we're rejecting it. So if we get below here, we're going to see a mini change in structure. So we could look for shorts on the DAX if we get a close below 24,276. So sells below 24,275, let's call it. Ryudan, how we doing, guys? Just seeing a lot of Gamer DJ, how we doing? What's going on with YouTube? There we go. Everyone's back. Kaylin, good afternoon. Greg, welcome, buddy. So potential shorts on the DAX underneath here, and we have to remember that the predominant trend is to the upside. So buys above 24,347. Yes, we are seeing the market. Lee, how we doing? Trevor, how we doing? Let's take a look at gold. Okay, gold. This one, I prefer gold chart straight away. We're going to look for buys above 33.82. Wow, yesterday was interesting. Hi, Terry. Hi, Nick. How we doing? So those of you that did follow and buys above 33.36 yesterday would have done very well. Two-leg official, good afternoon. Pong, good afternoon. AI hologram, good afternoon. Domman, good afternoon. Seeing a few new names in here. So if you are new to the stream, just let me know and where you're registering from. So let me know if you. Hey Dan, how you doing, mate? So let's just push this up into structure highs. Oops. But let's just get rid of it quicker to do that. So we're waiting for breakout setup to the upside. So let's just bring in the rules so you're totally clear on what we're going to look for. Every time. Works. All right. Sorry, they're not the rules. I'm just trying something. Okay, that didn't work either. Okay, so that one's worked. I don't want BPC long, but never mind. At least it worked. Delete. We want breakout long, so let's go back, breakout long, and there we go. So this is what we're going to look for. These are our rules for execution. So there's no gray areas other than what we have on top and on our chops. So we want to be crystal clear on what we're looking for. So we're looking, and my bias, let me get rid of that because that's just nonsense. I'm looking for buys My bias is to the upside. However, I would happily trade long and short if there is a setup to the downside, which there's nothing to the downside that interests me. So on gold, the only thing that I will look at today is a buy above 33.82. Now, we do have news in 23 minutes. Um, yeah, it should be 1:30 today. Oh, wrong one. Let me just check. We should have unemployment claims, but I just wiped everything off. So let me just. Uh, yep, 1:30 unemployment claims. So we've got 23 minutes. Now, if this is bad data again, no, obviously bad data in theory should push gold higher, and in theory it would push stocks down. But I think bad data would actually push stocks higher on the basis it's going to increase the possibility of a rate cut in September. So every bit of bad data, it'll be obviously weak for the US dollar, but also it's going to put pressure on the Fed. Gold trader, good afternoon. Welcome back. Coach JV, Triz, Haroon, good afternoon. Okay, good afternoon. So it's going to be I think this could be a quiet session, but you never know. Well, no trade range in here, so not going to do anything here. We're waiting for market to break above or break below for opportunities on the DAX. You had good luck today. That's what we like to hear. Everyone's due a bit of good luck. Uh, okay, so NASDAQ. See how many points we've got above the high. No. Okay, so although BPC style trade would be something I'd look for, and we would look for it once new support has been formed, this support area, it doesn't really give us enough wiggle room to get profit. So if we were to just look above the high of the bearish candle high, if we're going up into structure, it's only 19 points. Right, it's up to you. If you want to be in this market, then you can kind of force the trade if you wish. You know, uh, yeah, longs only for me today on gold. We'll never know, will we? FX Brandon. Yeah, because I mean, as soon as it came off, it was literally just moments after there was announcement China was still buying gold at an increased. So it didn't make sense, but that's why I don't try and make sense of markets. I just trade what I see. If I tried to make sense of them, I think I'd be more crazy than I already am. Right. Yeah, I know. 10 hours to go, 30 minutes to give it all back. So yeah, I'm definitely not looking at any shorts. Mo Ali, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Simon Webster, would there have been any reason to not take the METM 15 breakout on gold at 12.15? Um, did it wick down? I mean, it looks fine. It looks fine to me. Yeah, we'll be looking. I mean, you'd have been unlucky to get triggered in, I reckon. What's the high? 83.04, 83.11. So you shouldn't have got triggered in. That's why it's imperative you put spread above the highs. Stephen, why does GBP increase against the yen after Bank of England cut rates? Not sure I understand the logic. Interested in your view. Um, no, so it's probably nothing to do with the rate cut. It was being forecast, so the market's already priced in the rate cut. So it'll be whatever he said afterwards, which might be something along the lines of no further cuts or we don't need to cut now until data dependent. So he might have said something in the conference afterwards that had a more positive tone than the market was anticipating. Yeah, so Simon, I would query that one because I don't think check the broker as well because I mean just have a look at what the high was on the other one and the high on your current one because if you put spread above the highs, you shouldn't have got triggered in. Hi, Lewis. Uh, now we're listen, it's summer months, right, guys? So we can't expect too much. But look at that. 198 was the target that we mentioned yesterday, and it's just propelled higher. No way in unless you just had a buy stop above it. So don't beat yourself up if you were looking at it. Louis, how you doing? So I think if we wanted to be a little bit aggressive, I know there's not much wiggle room here, but let's take a look. Nasdaq's up 183 points. DAX is up 340 points. Let's see what the other indexes have done today. Zach Booth, how you doing? Christia, Daniel, uh, Kangson, Dipesh, good afternoon, team. Right, I'm just going to have a look at some other indexes, right? And the what I just want to look at, where are you? There we go. So the Dow's, let me just add in, there we go. So the Dow's up 0.4, S&P's up 0.6, Nasdaq's up 0.7, Chinese market's up 0.57, FTSE's down, DAX is up 1.5, CAC is up 1%, Nikkei's up 1%, the Russell's down, Hang Seng is up 0.7. Okay, so basically, just the Russell and the FTSE are down on the day. I think we could look at getting long on the Nasdaq and treating it as an early entry into. So I think we can do this and expect the market to play catch up. So I'm going to go live into this market now that I've just bought. I'm just gonna I'm going to take partial TPs at the top of the structure. So I'm just putting that in, guys. So literally, it's right at my entry price now. I'm just going to change screens so you can see. Uh, TV. So YouTube, I'm changing you first because that takes 2 seconds. Display capture, TikTok. So just bought the NAS, just above that bullish candle. I'm just trying to change the screen on TikTok. Box Fresh, good afternoon. We're up 4 pips at the minute, but I can't change screen at the minute. I'm just drives me nuts this. See, TikTok's super easy. Right, I'm just gonna bring if you're in the trade, guys, I'm just gonna bring the stop up underneath the current 15-minute candle. So we're we're risking just a couple of pips. What we're risking? About 7 pips now. Um, it'll be a nice entry if it goes to target, but I can't bloody change screen on TikTok for some. I don't understand why it does this every day. Ah, there we go. I have to wait for a pop-up to come up for me then to be able to change channel. Hey Gandalf, how you doing? High was 33.83.14. Yeah, so 0.11. Gold trader, yeah, seeing a bit, pal. So let's see how this one pans out. Now, I bought my risk up very quickly. We got about 6 pips up. Um, nowhere significant. We've got, let me just bring that back below the level. There we go. Let me just check. Yeah, perfect. So keeping the TP1 just below this structural level. Don't want to, I'd rather be the first man out and at break even than the last man trying to get out. So auto break even, I'm going to bring that in at around 15 pips. Right. Yeah, so if you have just joined, guys, we are long on the NASDAQ. We've brought our stop right up underneath the 15-minute candle because news is coming out in 11 minutes. So if we've got bad news, I expect the market to go up, um, but we shall see. Uh, Kyle Rippard, how you doing? Unemployment data. So what I'm going to do here, guys, if we haven't hit break even ahead of unemployment data, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close half of the position. Yeah, I'm going to hold. That's if we stay in the trade, if because I've brought my stop right up, so we've only got a few pips of risk. So I've got about 10 minutes pre-news. So in the next, I don't know, 5, 6 minutes, if we get anywhere in and around 7 or 8 pips up, it doesn't look like we're going to stay in the trade, to be fair now. But if we get somewhere around 10 pips up, I'll bank half. Just because I was expecting price to push a little bit higher, a bit more aggressively before the news. Uh, news, look, I just think right now, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Um, I think the markets are just on this bullish rampage on the back of, expected chances of a rate cut in September. Trump's trying to force the issue with the Fed, whether he can or he can't is a different matter. But I'm just expecting markets to continue to the upside. I mean, as you can see, we've got limited, very little risk here. We've gone from uh, 20 points to just under 7. Gold, I think we'll see gold push higher. So this is where I think they're going to be like invertedly correlated because bad data for the dollar is going to push dollar down, but bad data for the US economy, in theory, should push indexes up because it's going to put more pressure on the Fed to cut rates. Um, yeah, again, uh, Silent Code. Good afternoon. How are you? Doesn't doesn't DAX and NASDAQ move the same? Not really. I mean, look, at the end of the day, if the market's risk on across the board, then in theory, you're going to find that indexes in general, in theory, will be moving in a similar pattern. But no, they don't necessarily run in the same manner. So I just need to see 8 pips here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close half. And the reason I do that is because it makes it a risk-free trade then, because the stop loss is only 7 and a bit pips, just under 7 pips. So another pip and a half to move, and I'll just bank half ahead of the news, and then whatever happens. Ah, shit, I pressed it there, I missed it. So I closed half. It was about 6.7 pips, so it's still kind of a risk-free. It's basically a risk-free trade. If it hits my stop loss, I'm going to lose maybe half a pip. So that was just capital preservation. I don't want to sit through the news, and if the news moves it and it jumps to the upside, fantastic. If the news moves it and it goes to the downside, I don't want to take a loss from being in a winning position. So I'd rather have a smaller gain than a big loss. It's just the way my mind works. So what we can do now is I can just change the, I don't need to have this. I'm going to push that out a little bit now. I'll take it out to 30 pips. So we'll see what happens, guys, and then we'll come back and potentially look at gold. But it needs to get above 33.82. Uh, 4.5 minutes left. I want to look at gold 30 minutes after MY opening to form an opinion. Okay, I'll have closed my charts down 30 minutes after MY open. No, this is NASDAQ. We just banked half um, a minute ago, so this is basically a risk-free trade. I've got about a pip of risk on the cards, just under a pip of risk. Uh, let's hope my sales go good. Um, what are you selling? NASDAQ or gold? Yeah, I only trade a couple. But look, this is what people say to me, right? They say, "Am I a full-time trader?" And I say, "Well, what do you call full-time?" Because I only trade 2 times in the day. I trade at like between 5 and 7 a.m. around those hours, UK time, and then I'll trade between sort of like 12:30 and 2:30 when I'm talking to you guys. So that's it. All my trading time is done on live stream to members or to you guys. And where's it going to go? 3 minutes. We have just under 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Hi, are we selling gold? No, we've bought NASDAQ and we closed half at 7 pips, just under 7 pips, and we're effectively risking 7 pips. So it's a break-even trade no matter what happens. Okay. Like I said, if anything, I'll probably lose about half a pip. So let's see where we move from here. Got about a minute and a half. If anything, we're going to look at buys on gold, but I'm going to wait for uh, this trade to pan out in a minute and a half. So gold, I'm looking for buys above 33.82. What have we got? 1 minute, 1 second. So I think, in all honesty, spreads will probably widen and I'll get pinged, but just on the spreads. But you never know. Gold's trying to break those highs. 25 seconds, guys. 10 seconds. Oh, sorry, 10 seconds now. Getting ahead of myself. And there we go. We got pinged. So spreads opened. And right, gold's pushed higher, but we'll wait. Right, what I want to see happen is I want to see the downside is we've not got a bottom wick here. So there's no bottom wick on gold. What's happening here? So NASDAQ, gold's pushing higher. Uh, NASDAQ and both gold are pushing higher. Let's see what happens. I don't want that one. Let's have a look. If it doesn't move too far, yeah, Nasdaq's popping. Unfortunate there, never mind. Believe in yourself, good afternoon. Jamal, Rick, good afternoon. Eva, Mastery, Zenith, good afternoon. Jodate, Carlos, Alza. What are we saying for gold? We're gonna see how this one closes. I'm bullish gold. I'm bullish gold, so I'm I'm just gonna go back to TradingView because um I just hate MetaTrader for analysis. Got nice entries on my buys. Nice one, Jamal. Holding it. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait until the ooh, maybe not. The joys. Okay, we need to. There's no entry here now. No entry whatsoever. We need to wait for the market to either give us a 5 minute pullback into this area. I mean, what was the news? I didn't see what it came out at, but let's have a look. Uh, what what did it come out at? So it was more employment was on the rise slightly, but nothing significant. Uh, 5,000 extra unemployment claims. Yeah, boring, but look, it's got the move. It's done what, 60, 70 points. So no news and it's moved. So I don't know what that tells you about the market, but definitely low liquidity is having some impact. Oh, everything's strange at the minute. Summer months are always very unpredictable. Just because there's low liquidity in the market, that it's like, it starts trying to catch itself. Dang, how we doing, guys? Um, so look, we took a trade on NASDAQ. We banked 7 pips. We left our stops where they were, which was around 7.2. I ended up losing just over 7 pips, 7.5. So I was down a pip on that trade, but it is what it is. Um, I wanted to give it the opportunity to flourish, let's say. Right, we've got this moved a little bit more than I would liked. 60 pips, still 80 left. Oh, it's just going straight up. I want to see the market come back down. It doesn't have to test this area, but I want to see it come down before I'm interested in a buy. Uh, Pound yen's come off the. Okay, pound yen. Gold's just doing one. There's nothing we can do with that, guys. Look at that. I said the only thing I want to look at today is gold buys. I don't want to look at gold sells, but look, it's just so gold's done for me now today. I'm not doing anything with gold. Gold is done. DAX, we can look for long or short. NASDAQ, well, we're gonna have to wait. There's potential for either or. We could look for long above here, and we could look for short below here, I think. Let's just check. Hmm. I think I'm going to leave the shorts alone as well for the NASDAQ. 30. Maybe we could look for shorts underneath here, but been in buy since 33.73. Well done. I was naughty and put buy stop just above those wicks. it's, no, if the problem with that, Dan, is it's great when it works, but if it doesn't work and then you get screwed on it, Are you going to be consistent and do the same thing every time? If it's a one-off thing, you got to think about, right, what are my goals from trading? What am I trying to achieve here? And if you're looking to achieve, I don't know, let's say people, a lot of things I get is I want to replace my income or I want to trade full time. I would never want to trade full time. It's just dangerous. The more time you spend in front of the charts, the more time you're likely to do something stupid. So I have my set plans that I want to trade and my set hours. If I get it in that time, fantastic. If I don't, we walk away, we do something else. So yeah, in my spare time, I'm creating content, I'm doing coaching sessions, I'm maybe doing courses, I may be doing work for brokers, different things like that. But I'm always in and around the charts, but I make sure my trading time is my trading time. So if you wanna, if you really want to knuckle down and master something, then you need to make sure that you're treating it like a business. Because what I find is most people they come in, they have a bit of luck, they enjoy something, they're getting a bit of kick out, making some profit, and then they start to treat it like a casino as opposed to treating it like a business. So if if you were, I don't know, let's say if you're treating it like a business and let's take advert spends, right? So let's imagine I was spending 500, let's say £100 a day on adverts. And from that £100 a day, I was getting £200 a day back. What would you do with your advert spend? If you were putting £100 a day in and you were getting 200 back, what would you do? Gold trader, you need to be a politician. It's not about having a right way, it's about doing something consistently. And that is the right way. If you've got something where you put £100 in and it's pulling £200 back, guess what you do? You keep putting you put the £200 in, and if that gives you £400 back, you put the £400 in until those it starts diminishing. Okay, because what you're looking at is your return on investment. One man's medicine. We got Mr. Old Wisdom in the in the house today. Um, oh God, here we go. I teach you how to trade without risk, losing your money. You can join my channel. Brilliant. Love it. There you go, gold trader. Give you words of wisdom to that. I can teach you how to trade without risk. As as an SEO, I would tell you double it. Exactly, Chris. Yeah. So that's the that's the thing, and everything is the same, right? So with trading, if I can teach someone to trade at zero point zero 0.01 loss and they can make £5 or £10 a day and they can do it consistently, this is irrelevant to the strategy or the system. This is not the medicine or the poison. This is just statistics. And this is my point. People, where you're saying one man's medicine is another man's poison, it's nothing to do with that. This is statistics. So if someone can make £5 a day by trading at zero point zero 0.01, then the next logical thing you do is you go to zero point zero 0.02, but you don't do it anymore. You just do the same thing you do. And your £5 becomes £10. And it's exactly the same. This is what like you go to the gym, you lift a weight, right? That weight's very heavy. You go multiple times, you're lifting same reps, you're doing multiple sets. And over a period of time, that weight doesn't become heavy, it becomes manageable. So what you do, you increase the weight. The weight then is heavy again, and you do the sets and the reps. And guess what? Over a period of time, that weight becomes manageable. So you increase the load. Everything has the same process. The way you do it, it's like when I used to compete, I had four different trainers, and they all taught me different ways of getting to what you call peak condition. So as gold traders saying, there's so many different ways. The outcome can still be the same, but it's about how you do it. Like one of my trainers used to say, right, we rely on heavy sets to grow muscle. Another one would say we're still going to lift the same weight, but we're going to do it over time under tension. So as opposed to doing, let's just say we were lifting 100 kg, let's say you did 10 reps, that's 1,000 kg, right? So you can still do the same lifting 50 kg. You just do it 20 times. You're still lifting the same weight. The only difference is you're not you're not exerting yourself with as much weight. Um, there's a question here from Masria Farah. Uh, is it you've tagged me at Mark Owen? I'm not quite sure. Did I miss a question? I'm not trading anything at the minute. We were long on NASDAQ. We banked 7 pips and then we got stopped out for -7. So it was a break-even trade. So what I want you to just be aware of, guys, is if you see results, you double down on it. Don't change what you're doing. Don't change what you're doing. So Mazria Farah, uh, is that a tag for me? I'm not quite sure. I know you've put at Mark Owen, but I'm not quite sure if I've missed something. Um, would you create an AI bot using your rules? Uh, I suppose you could do. I suppose you could do. I don't know. I wouldn't know where to start, but it's very rule based. I would just have to think of how you can code like clear space and things like that. But yeah, it's rule based, so I'm sure someone out there could code it. Are you named after the Take That star Mark Owen? Is that the best question you can come up with, Jez? Yes, I'm named after that Take That star. I think I'm older than him, so he's probably named after me. Let me have a look. Mark Owen, Take That. Oh, maybe not. He is older than me. He was born in 72. So yeah, he's got a few years on me. He's got 7 years on me. Um, right, so nothing here. We're just waiting for that to pan out. Gold. Ooh, you know what, guys? If gold comes down, I'm going to put a buy stop above the high of this 15. Uh, and I'm just putting it in now. Partial TPs. Let's get that in. We're going to do a flip entry. I'm going to close 60%. We'll put stops underneath there, 33.81. So, right, okay. So what I've done is, let's see if price reacts at support now. Let's change, see if I can get you TikTok to change over quickly. YouTube. Here we go. Uh, a buy stop just means the buy order is above. Uh, let me just. So I'm just going to try and I'm going to draw on the. There we go. So we've got a buy stop above here. So I'm just going to see if the market will. Now we've come down, we've tagged this old where we broke out of. I want to see if the market is going to return, break its own high, and continue to fill the wick. Now, where we are, if price drops, I'm not taking a trade. NASDAQ, not doing anything. DAX, not doing anything. So we need to wait for either this candle to flip. So this is what I call a flip entry. So the market is opened, created a tiny little top wick, and then we've pushed lower. And I wouldn't have even taken it had it had just gone up. But in order for it to come down, this is oh, Chris, you can do it, can you? Okay, interesting. Let's have a chat. Um, so what I was going to say is this candle's pulled back down. So this is the analogy. The bow's been pulled back. In order for the arrow to go forward, in this instance, we've pulled it back. We've got to attract buyers. If buyers come into the market somewhere down here, it'll start pushing price up. And then as we break our own high, we're going to run up and fill that wick. You can put your stop anywhere down here. My stop is just underneath here at 33.82. Any questions, guys? Yeah, so look, by the way, if in the next, what, 11 minutes, this candle closes down here, we cancel the order. Yeah, so if it closes down here, we cancel the order because this would be a false break setup. What's your YouTube? It is Trade and Train. So if you go here, I'll just put my standstill link in, and then if you click on the link, you will be able to just go straight to for God's sake. Sorry guys, bear with me. I'm what is that pair? Here we go. My store. Copy. So here you go. If you click on this link, you'll see you we're not in a trade. We've got a pending order. You'll see free channel. You'll see instant funding. You'll see YouTube, and you'll see free Telegram channel. So price is pulling back up now. Where's auto break even? It's not. It's not allowing me to use auto break even. It's having another little malfunction again. Nick Edwards, yeah, I've just put a standstill link there. If you click on that link and then scroll down, I think it's the fifth one down, you'll see a YouTube live stream. So just click on that. It's called Trade and Train, but if you click on that, it'll take you straight to it. You got it? Perfect. So yeah, guys, just let me know how many of you are new to this channel. How many are new to this channel? It's nice to see it a little bit busier again today because I had a little problem with TikTok for the last few weeks, and it appears that they have, I don't know if it was the radio or something in the background, but I've been on this week and my God, it's been a lot quieter. We were getting around 4,000 to 10,000 views a day, and then this last week it's been really, really low. No, I'm not in a sell. I have a pending buy stop order. So buy stop means if the price is here, my order is up here, meaning that price has to go up in order to trigger it. So that's what you call a buy stop. Buy limit is an order at a lower price than the current market price. So in this instance, what I'm seeing is the market broke out on the news. We got a bullish candle. Basically, no sellers came in. It just literally opened here, pumped up, created big wick to the upside, closed bullish and above the zone. Next candles opened and pulled back down. So what I'm looking for is for this candle to reverse on itself. So this is what I call a flip entry. Hey Pele, very new, nice, thank you. To flip on itself. So meaning it's going to turn from a bearish candle to a bullish candle and to fill the range of that. Now, I haven't got a final target, but what I'd look for is price to scale out at 10 pips, then scale out just over 40 pips up here. And then I'm just going to scale if it gets up towards, if it does get up there without me getting stopped out, that's if I get triggered. Then obviously I'll scale some more out up there, and then I'll just leave a tiny little bit of the position on. So for those of you that are new here, I'm a price action trader. So that means I don't talk about smart money concepts. I don't talk about ICT. I don't talk about fair value gaps. I don't talk about order blocks, orbs, anything like that. Just pure price action. If you've got random questions about life, world, whatever, that's fine. But I won't be able to give you honest and trustworthy answers around the other things I just mentioned. Where is your buy stop? It is at 33.85.50. Now, never go off my prices. Have a look at your chart. Have a look at what your bearish candle is. Look at the high of that, and then put your spread on top of that high if you're going to take this trade. And that's if you understand the thought process behind this trade. If you don't, then you shouldn't be trading it. Mark, look at GJ please for a positive sell, for a possible sell. Okay, yeah, I can see what you're looking at. I can see what you're looking at. My downside with looking for a possible sell here is just the sheer momentum that's been coming into the chart from the buy side. So what I'd want to see for a sell is change of structure, which we kind of have here. So this one, once that's closed below, this one can push up, then I'd want to sell the low of that candle. Right. Oh shit, sorry, I've just realized I've been talking on trading view and I'm not even on that chart. Sorry, Caleb. I'll explain that again in a minute. What time frame you running? 15. Frank K6. Is that future Frankie that's changed his name, or is this a new Frank? You too kind, Jez, keeping it light-hearted. New Frank. Okay, Frank, welcome to the team, buddy. Is this your first time to the live stream? Uh, Chonai, thanks for the follow. Now, looking at this, we've got 3 minutes left. It looks like we are having a false break on our hands, but we shall see. I'm not going to trade the sell. Hope you've stocked your XRP. Have you secured your wallet to... No, I've not done anything with crypto, sorry. What is it that you're analyzing? This is gold. This is gold. We had a 15-minute breakout on the news. Next candle has come down. We've got a buy stop above the high of the bearish candle. Now, if we close back above the level, I'll still cancel the order, but I'll I'll be watching for a break above this area. Pleasure, Buffalo Soldier. Love it. Think it's waiting for the hourly to change. Yeah, it's never the end of an hourly candle, the end of a half hour. There's always a bit of jostling. But not a fan of trading Bitcoin, but it looks like it's going higher. Let's have a look. Once this candle closes, I will move over to TradingView and go and have a look there. Right, I heard silver is supposed to be 10 to 20% the price of gold, but banks suppress it to give fake value to their fiat system. Is that true? I couldn't give you an answer on that, to tell you the truth. I mean, if you want to look at but banks suppress it to give fake value to their fiat. Look, yeah. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you can just look at the true value of silver based on market opinion when you just do gold divided by silver and just look at how it performs. And then you have to remember it doesn't mean that silver is going to go down because the the gap or increase in value because the gap between gold to silver ratio has widened. Gold could devalue. Gold could sell off and it bring it back down. It doesn't mean that silver has to go up. Um, yeah, I'm gonna leave this alone for now. Um, let's go back to TradingView and see if we can see anything else. Why does the are on Discord? No, I'm on Telegram, mate. I have a free channel on Telegram, and then I have a yeah. So if you go to Standstore, you can see everything that we have. So there's my Standstore link. You can see everything that we do. So Telegram, of course. Geez, does not want to change. Rotate, flip, project on screen, advanced filters, full screen, no, center crop, rotate, flip. Uh, the false break setup is there actually, guys. I didn't want to trade, but we've got 33 pips. So we could look at. Right, let's cancel that first order. Okay. Delete. And there we go. Okay, so we got rid of that one. Am I forcing that? I think so. Hopefully we can. I can't change the screen, so we're having a bit of a uh, we're having a bit of a nightmare with TikTok. Would love to know how we can sort the at coach. I'm not quite sure what the chat is saying there, but never mind. Yeah, guys. Finally. Okay, so let's have a look at. Someone was saying let's have a look at Bitcoin. Let's let's see what we've got. Crypto, BTC, USDT. Uh, okay, so based off the weekly, we've got resistance, support. Market is generally pushing higher, though last week's candle was a downrange bearish candle. So in theory, any break of last week's low, I'd be looking for price to move lower. We have a minor change in structure. So again, the this corrective move can push up to here, but as soon as it breaks through there, we're only going to be looking for longs. Gold is close to breaking back above that level. Still got 11 minutes to go. So the way that I trade, there's no setups for me here. Dan Naslongs. If we get a close above, yeah, if we get a close above Dan, then yeah, you can have a look at Naslongs. Gold, buy or sell? Neither at the minute, but if we get a close above here, there's potential for a buy. I'm not keen on any sells. You could look for a sell here. You've got about 30 pips, but I'm going to avoid that one. Pound yen. If we break this low, then pound yen, yeah, there's move lower. Uh, so gold. Yeah, I would wait for buys above here. So wait for close once you get a close above 33.85. Any questions, guys, while we're waiting for the next? Looking to buy cable. Okay, let's have a look. I think selling USD is a good plan. So buying cable makes sense. It's just how you trade it. So 4 hour, I think looking at 4 hour, I'd wait for the market to get above here before I bought it, and unless it pulled back. Yeah, so I would wait for it to get above that 34.45 area to buy, unless price pulled back and create a new support. If it came back and created new support, then I'd look to buy it as well. So NYSE open in 22 minutes. DAX is just being boring. But saying that, it's done 340 points today. How far do we expect it to go in a day? So I'd be very hesitant to be buying at these levels. If I had a preference, even though the market is bullish, I'd prefer to be selling when the market's up 1.4%. Always room for more. Sounds like my belly. When you look on the left on gold, is that not massive liquidity to the downside? Please correct me. Uh, see, you're talking smart money concepts now, aren't you? So you're basically saying these spikes up here, is this not grabbing liquidity for the downside? Is that what you're saying, Pele? I mean, I don't talk smart money concepts. To me, this is just clean range for the market to trade into. No sell, no buy. No sell, no buy. Exactly, Dan. Only simple mark concepts. I've never been called smart in my life. We'll stick with simple mark. Um, so yeah, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, Pele, but I'm looking to go long in gold. Yeah, likewise. We wanted to be long, but we didn't get an opportunity, and then it just went without us. Then we placed a buy stop order above this bearish candle high while it was still running, and then after it closed, we've closed it down. So now we're waiting for a candle closure back above that level. Date negative USD, no buy, no volume. What? Wealth building. You're talking in riddles to me. I mean, I'm from Doncaster, so I'm used to. Maya FX, don't buy yet. We're waiting for a close above. So we've got 5 minutes here. If this 15-minute candle can close above this 33.85 level, then I'll be waiting for a wick down. If the market wicks down, we'll be buying above the highs. My trade positive. Well done, buddy. I don't know what your trade is. But we only ever wish people good luck in here. Oh, damn, I forgot to do that. Bollocks. 1 second, guys. Ah, pleasure, 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 pleasure. So, yeah, we're just waiting. We're waiting for a candle close. What can I do? Uh, Damn it. Can you check dollar yen, please? Red B. Let's have a look at dollar yen. Daily. Mm, okay, so look, from a daily perspective, right? I'm just looking at this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 days of literally no decision. Seller's not in control, buyer's not in control, seller's not in control, and we've got wicks to the upside and wicks to the downside. So whichever way you're going to want to trade this, if you're a buyer or a seller, let's just say you want to wait for the market to break out of that range. So we need it to you need it to give us a clue. Now, unfortunately, we can see that we go to the 4 hour, let's go to the 1 hour. Yeah, I'd leave that range on that I put in there, 148.05 and 146.70. If price gets above it, you want to be a buyer. If price gets below it, we're going to be looking to sell. Don't really want to do anything in the middle because it's just chop. Acceptance of the zone is okay. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Acceptance of the zone is okay. Hello, mate. Been a while. Ah, you've been away. How crap is PA today? To be fair, mate, there we've had one trade. We got a break even on NASDQ. We took 7 pips and then left our stop where it was for -7. Um, but yeah, the markets are just pure chop. And then when it goes, it's just like a rat up a drain pipe. So we'll see. Yeah, yeah. Uh, so we're gonna wait. We've got two under, well, 1 minute now for gold. 1 minute for a potential trade. And if we close below, no trade. Ha, JPY. It's crack me up. Buy or sell? Well, if we close above here, we'll be looking for a buy. But if we don't, then we're doing nothing. How many of you are trading with a prop account? If you're trading with a prop account, head over to my standstill. Have a look at our recommended instant funding account. They are doing a giveaway this month. For every account that you open, you get a free entry into a prize draw for a free 5K to 100K account. Um, and there we go. So we need a wick down. If we get a wick down, I will buy the high of the current candle, but it has to wick down. So if this candle pushes down into this range, I'm going to put a buy stop above the high of the current candle. Ooh, lost, couldn't connect. What's happened? TikTok, can you hear me? I, what the, I, well, it just got banned again. Unbelievable. Well, um, I've just put a I've just put a buy stop in on gold above there, guys. So there was me just saying we're not being absolute joke. I need someone to find out how I speak with idiots at TikTok. Uh, uh, yeah, just got banned again. I don't understand why. I have absolutely no idea. I'm gonna have a look and just check to see if there's people using my name, messaging people, because I saw a few people tagging me, um, TikTok, but I hadn't messaged them for anything, so I'm just gonna have a look. Right. Now the funny thing is, I, I'm just looking now. Um, I I can never tell which one's my account because they rip off everything that. uh, okay, so that one must be me, Mark. So this is the joys of these stupid social. Um, okay, let's have a look. Right, guys, just bear with me a second. Okay, no. Right, I'm just curious. I've got that order in, so I'm just waiting. I'm just trying to find out if there's any idiots that have been following, and then maybe. All right, so that's me. Keep seeing blocked, blocked. It's just a pain in the ass, this. On the H4, we are right at resistance. Um, I don't mind seeing because look, this 15 minute, if you look at this 15-minute here, this is all part of the previous 4 hour candle. So that tells you what happened on a smaller time frame, right? So we use that information to guide us. This might be a big wick on a 4 hour, but wicks get filled. That's just range for the market to trade into. Yeah, I am impersonating a famous band member and I cannot sing for shit. So I do apologize, guys. Never ask me to sing. Not that I would anyway. Uh, Mark Owen OnlyFans. Interesting. Definitely not. Right. So we're close to triggering. That's me. Okay, found one. All right, I'm going to block you as one to block. Official trade in train 4. Oh, we've been triggered. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, so I've found one, but I don't know if he was in the live stream or not. Right, let's go back to business. Let's see if we can get. No, my partial TP doesn't want to work again. Ah, there we go. 7 pips. There we go. Um, okay, so we've got 7 minutes left before the open. I'm expecting a little bit of a kick before the open. I think this will push right up. So let's see if we can hit them first TPs. We've got 6 minutes until the open. Getting close to break even. And there's break even. And there's T and there's TP. Let me know if you got TPs, guys. Let's push it in. Oh, that was a quick drop back down to earth. But TP1 and out. So let me know how you got on, guys. Thanks for that, Jez. Much appreciated. I think that's going to be it for today, guys. Let's just see what happens on the open while we're here. Everyone that's on YouTube that took that trade, let me know if you got TP1, please. Gold 30-minute is breaking to the upside as well. So yeah, if the next candle wicks down, yes, you can take it on the break of the high. Because yeah, it's exactly the same. Looking at this as though the candle's broken out. So either way, you can look at it on the 15 or the 30. Buy stops above the high, but the next candle has to wick down. Four minutes, guys. Let me know if you're going to take the trade or if you're just going to sit on the sidelines. Who's out at 33.86? Happy with that. Nice one, Rob. Um, who would be interested in buying above the high of this candle? Jez, good day, mate. Look at that. It's a blue day for Jez. He's always having blue days, aren't you, mate? If it's not on the charts. Right. 3 minutes. Let's see what happens. Who would take it if price pulls back down? Who would place a buy stop above the high of this candle? You got a minute and 35 seconds. Okay. 125 seconds. Wick down, we're buying. Mortgage payments should come down for me after that interest rate news. Fantastic, Commander in Chief. Hey, Commander in Chief, drop me a WhatsApp. I'd love to have a chat to you on the basis that you are here quite a lot. Um, I'd love that's a WhatsApp. Um, okay, buy stops. We can wick down now. Hmm. My broker data is not wicked down yet, so I'm not putting an order in. I want to see it. If it goes without me, it goes without me. So, guys, anyone that isn't a member and is a regular here or is trading live and would like to find a way of how you can join the community without actually having to pay for the subscription, just drop me a WhatsApp. I've put a link in the chat. Just click on that and you'll be able to send me a WhatsApp. Yeah, everyone's payments and costs should come down a little bit, hopefully, going forward with mortgage payments coming down to interest rates coming down to 4%. Is it enough to kickstart the economy? Probably not. I think we need a little bit more help than 25 basis point, but we won't say no to it. So look, that's it. The market's gone without us. Guys, if you've had a good session, just drop some likes and let me know. Um, Everyone else, thank you for logging in. But guys, yeah, if you are turning up on a regular basis and you would like to just have a quick chat, just drop me a WhatsApp. I've put a link you're going to save 40 quid a month on a 250 quid mortgage. Well, look, 40 quid a month will pay for the broadband, or it'll pay towards, so it goes towards something. That's the main thing. It's 40 quid back or 500 quid over the course of the year. You want to look at it, £480. I'd rather have £480 in the bank than not in the bank. Uh, okay, team, I'm going to wrap up now. I'm not going to get in on this. DAX is doing nothing. NASDAQ, NASDAQ, it's up 200 on the day. No, I'm done, guys. I'm done. Uh, cheers, Chris. Yeah, I'll drop you a message, mate. I've seen your message on WhatsApp. On WhatsApp on TikTok. I'll drop you a message. Thanks for that. Um, all right, guys, that's it. I'm uh, I'm out. Nothing for me today now. We had that one trade and the 10 pips just there. So 2 trades, 1 break even, 1 win. Decent strike rate. Catch you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Have a great afternoon, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.